Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, the topic which I'm going to cover is Uniform Civil Code. So let's get started. Article 44 of the Indian Constitution states that the state shall endeavour to secure the citizen a uniform civil code UCC throughout the territory of India. The desirability of uniform civil code is consistent with human rights and the principle of equality, fairness and justice. After the revocation of Article 370, the Central Family Law Acts were extended to Jammu and Kashmir. Although this is another important step towards implementing UCC throughout India, still a long distance is to be covered in this pursuit. So what exactly is UCC? The Uniform Civil Code calls for the formulation of one law for India, which also would be applicable to all religious community in matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance, adoption. The code comes under Article 44 of the Constitution, which lays down that the state shall endeavour to secure a uniform civil code for the citizens throughout the territory of India. So what exactly is the background of Uniform Civil Code? The origin of UCC dates back to colonial India when a British government submitted its report in 1835 stressing the need for uniformity in the codification of Indian law through relating to crimes, evidence and contracts, especially recommending that personal law of Hindus and Muslims be kept outside such codification. Increasing in legislation dealing with personal issues in the far end of the British rule forced the government to form a B.N. Rao committee to codify Hindu law in 1941. Based on these recommendations, a bill was then adopted in 1956 as the Hindu Succession Act to amend and modify the laws relating to incest or unwilled succession among Hindus, Buddhists, Jains and Sikhs. However, there were separate personal laws for Muslims, Christians and Parsis. In order to bring uniformity, the court had often said in their judgment that government should move forward to bring a uniform civil code. The judgment in Shah Bano case is a well-known, but courts have made the same point in several other majoral decisions. By urging this practice, such as triple talaq and polygamy impact adversely on the rights of the woman to life of dignity, the central has raised a question whether constitutional protection given to the religious practice should extend even to those who are not compliant with fundamental rights. Now let us see the implications of UCC. So the first is protection to vulnerable section of the society. The UCC aims to provide protection to vulnerable sections as encouraged by Ambedkar, including women and religious minority, which are also promoting nationalist favor through unity. Second is simplification of law. The code which simplify the complex law among marriage ceremony, inheritance, succession, adoption makes them one for all. The same civil law will then be applicable to all citizens irrespective of their faith. When enacted, the code will work to simplify the law. They are segregated at the present on the basis of religious belief like Hindu code, Sharia code and others. Third is adhering to the ideal of secularism. Secularism is the objective enriched in the preamble. A secular republic needs a common law for all citizens rather than differentiated rules based on religious practices. Fourth is gender justice. India has a separate set of laws for each and all religions governing marriages, divorce, succession, adoption, maintenance, etc. However, the rights of the women are usually limited under religious law, be it Hindu or Muslim. The practice of triple talaq is a classic example. If a uniform civil code is enacted, all the personal law will cease to exist. It will do away with the gender biasness in Muslim law, Hindu law and Christian law that often have challenged by women on the ground that they violate the right of equality. So as to everything, UGC also has some challenges. So let us see what are they. First is exception in central family law. The preliminary session in all central family law acts based on the parliament since independence declare that they will apply the whole of India except for the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Second exception is added in 1968 in all these acts pronouncing that nothing herein contained shall apply to the renowned in the Union Territory of Pondicherry. Third exception, none of these applies to the Goa, Daman and Diu. The fourth exception relating to the northeastern states of Nagaland, Mizoram enlaces the Article 371A and 371G of the Constitution, decree that no parliamentary legislation will replace the customary law and religious-based system for this administration. Next is communal parties or communal politics. The demand for a uniform civil code has been framed in the context of communal practice. A large section of the society sees it as a majoritism under the grab of social reform. So next is constitutional hurdle. Article 25 of the Indian Constitution that seeks to preserve the freedom of practice and propagate any religion gets into conflict with the concept of equality enshrined under Article 14 of Indian Constitution. Now, after studying all this, it is very essential to understand about Article 25 with that of UCC. Article 25 states freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion, so that UCC cannot be forcefully imposed on the people, as then it will be clearly a violation of Article 25 of the Indian Constitution. Therefore, UCC and personal law should be coexisted. UCC is nothing but the incorporation of modern and progressive aspects of all the existing personal law which cannot be ignored. So, what is the way forwardness in UCC? First is the collaborative approach. The government and society will have to work hard to build trust, but most importantly, make a common cause with social reform rather than religious conservative. Next is brick by brick approach. Rather than an omnibus approach, the government should bring separate aspects such as marriage, adoption, succession and maintenance into a uniform civil code in the state. Third is gender sensitive approach. The government should also do as well as to complement the overdue movement toward a uniform civil code with a comprehensive review of several other laws in the context of gender practice. Pan-India approach. Bringing Jammu and Kashmir into the country's mainstream of family law is an exercise that needs to be undertaken also for Goa, Daman and Diu, Pondicherry, Nagaland and Mizoram. So what is the conclusion? The citizen fundamental rights to equality before law and equal protection of law granted by the Constitution of India call for a similar action in respect to these territory as well. So, does the provision of Article 44 enjoining the state to make endeavours to secure for the citizen a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India? According to my point of view, for an ideal state, UCC would be an ideal safeguard to secure citizens' right. Its adoption will be progressive legislation. With changing times, the need has arisen for having a common civil code for all the citizens, irrespective of their religion, ensuring their fundamental and constitutional rights are protected. Even secularism and national integrity can also be strengthened by strengthening UCC. In the end, we could recall the words of Mahatma Gandhi. I do not expect India of my dreams to develop one religion, that is, to be wholly Christian or wholly Muslim, but I want it to be a wholly tolerant with its religions working side by side with one another. So I hope that the concept of UCC, Uniform Civil Code, is well understood by you. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, be safe. Thank you.